Atara has crashed by over 50%, but why? That's the main question we will attempt to find out in today's video. How is it going, everyone? Yas here from Trading Vanguard. I'm a technical trader who trades short squeeze, momentum and volatile stocks. All of the information shown in this video is not financial advice and just my opinion. So guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another technical analysis review for the ticker ATRA, or otherwise known as Atara Biotherapeutics. So guys, I'm going to be doing a slightly different ticker for you guys today and a slightly different setup, just so I can try and help educate as much of you guys as possible on different scenarios, guys. So without further ado, let's get stuck into the drawings and see what's happened with Atara. So guys, what happened today to Atara? So the obvious, oops, let's get a better picture. So guys, what has happened? The obvious, the stock tanked by over 50%, and at market close, it closed at minus 57%. Crazy. And, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are thinking, why? Why has that happened? Is the stock going to be delisted? Well, let me show you what the news tells us. So, guys, we can see that they've had some sort of FDA rejection, on some sort of drug test. Quickly make that a bit clearer for you guys. Yeah, because of a cancer drug application that got rejected. So this is what the news tells us, guys. However, as a technical trader, okay, this for me is all just hot air. Okay, guys, there are hundreds of biopharma stocks and they have FDA rejections all the time. And guys, you will see that the drops always vary, but guys, none of them drop by over 50%. I mean, sometimes they do, but the point is, guys, I don't want you to focus on the news, okay? I want you to understand technically why that's happened now, or at least from my understanding, guys. Okay, so let me show you what I think is missing here, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and switch to the 4-hour chart, guys. And you guys will see exactly why the stock tanked. Okay, let's zoom in. I don't know if you guys can see these orange bad boys here, these orange lines, these orange gaps. Yes, guys, for those who have been on my channel for a while, know how much of a open up and down gaps are a huge part of my trading strategy. Guys, the stock tanked for one reason, and that was to come down and close these open down gaps. Okay, the news was just a reason for the technicals, for the algos to come down, close its gaps, and then make its next move on the chart. Okay, this is the real reason why the chart dropped, guys. Okay, I understand it might be hard to believe, but trust me, guys, as someone who's actually traded this same stock all the way last year, and guys, I want to show you guys something very, very funny. We can go back to last year. Okay, I want to go all the way back. There we go. So we'll go. Sorry, guys, just there's always going a lot in my drawings, but just want to make this clear. Guys, this is what happened. Funny enough, look, there's no coincidences in trading, guys. There is no coincidences in trading, guys. This time last year, look, when was it? The 14th of Jan. Today is the 12th of Jan. Guys, the stock done the exact same thing, guys. The stock came down and done the exact same thing and closed open down gaps. Guys, once you understand how trading works, guys, you can kind of see through the noise and understand why the chart does what it does. So guys, let me go back to the daily. You can see, guys, the stock this time last year, came back up, came up to this resistance. And guys, it was the same thing. It was some sort of FDA rejection. Boom, came down, closed its gaps, and then done the exact same thing as it has done this year. So guys, why am I confident about this trade? So keeping on the topic of open gaps, guys, now if we switch to all charts, so for me, the main charts I trade out of in terms of long term are the 4-hour, the daily, and the weekly. And guys, if you see on all of them, the open down gaps have all been closed, which means the algos have no reason to continue tanking the price further down. And if we look, guys, at the open up gaps, guys, we're having an absolute field day. There are gaps on the weekly, which are super I love seeing open gaps on the weekly, guys, just because I know how much of a percentage they have to get closed. So guys, we've got open up gaps on the weekly at $13.08, given the stock from the price of today, 122%. If we look on the daily, yep, same thing, guys, $13.08. And guys, on the 4 hours, $14. So guys, there are open up gaps, and guys, we can see Atara has got a crazy rate of closing these gaps, 97.9%. And guys, if you see here, out of the the amount of gaps it's had, almost 600, and it's closed just about pretty much all of them. Guys, as you guys might be aware, a huge part of how I identify my patterns is by looking historically and seeing why the stocks, trying to find reasons as why the stocks do what they do. And for anyone who's seen my video on GameStop, guys, I made it clear that GameStop happens to have time-bound patterns in which again, I can't prove what the reason is or why it does what it does, but it just happens to go parabolic, GameStop, every 2 years around May to June times, guys. And I think that's just the way the algos are set up, that once it's hit a certain price level, they will just start ripping. And guys, what do you know? Look, Atara done the exact same thing last year, guys. The exact same thing. It came up, touched this huge resistance, which is waiting at $18.71. Guys, gets rejected, has some sort of reason as to why it needed to tank, and guys, the algo's done what they had to do. They came down to this bullish liquidity zone, which we'll get to in a bit, closed all of its open down gaps, and then guys, the pattern begins again. The market makers sell their positions here, buy their positions here. This is exactly what they do, guys. And what we need to do is learn how to see where they are set up, guys. And that's what we have to do. Okay. So, guys, I'm a trader who has full confidence in my analysis and my strategies. And, like I've said, I've been doing this a while, and look, nothing here is by coincidence. So, make of that what you will. Lastly, on the topic of the liquidity zone, guys, the liquidity zone that I've identified in this bluish cyan color sits between $5 and $6.50. And guys, if you see why I believe it's a liquidity zone, guys, look at the amount of times the stock has dropped to this level and then just reacted. Or not even reacted, actually, squeezed like crazy. You can see it, guys, once where it dropped into this level and squeezed up to, almost $40. So that's once. We can see here where it came down twice and then, squeezed up. So literally just came down and touched it, guys. But that's more than enough for the stock. Came down into the bullish liquidity zone and then squeezed all the way up to this resistance that I've got of $18.71. And even if we just, guys, calculate this, that's just under 200% profit. And then, guys, would you know, when the stock tanked down last year, it done the exact same thing. Just happened, call it a coincidence, call it whatever you want. Tanks from the rejection of that resistance, comes down to its bullish liquidity zone, and guys, what do you know? It does the exact same thing. Yeah, guys, make of that what you will. Of course, there is always two sides to the coin, and one thing I would like to say about myself, guys, is I am humble enough to understand that I'm not always right and I could be wrong. You know, the only time I'd probably not be confident in this trade is if I saw a full candlestick, right? If I saw a full candlestick below the bullish liquidity zone, then guys, that's where I would see the stock going bearish. So, you know, in my opinion, that would probably be anything below $4.50. So, guys, what do you lot think about Atara Biotherapeutics? You know, might be worth adding onto your watch list and see how it plays out. You know, to be fair, this is a stock that could take a while for it to sort of come up to its full potential. However, guys, based on the technicals, I've got no doubts that it can easily come up to close its open up gaps from the price levels. You know, there's kind of a small resistance here waiting at $10.44, but guys, the second that's broken, the next target is, you know, this huge resistance at $18.71. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this a buy? Is this a miss? Please, you know, I'm more than happy for anyone to give their input, and we can always have a cordial discussion. Yep, once again, guys, I'd like to say this information is not financial advice. Trading can be extremely risky, and please always have a trading strategy to stay safe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.